Hey guys, my name is Ben Goresky and I'm one of the executive directors of the Arka Brotherhood. So if you're watching this video, you're interested in our online groups. We have a number of in-person groups all over North America, but we also have a division of men meeting in circle online. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about this. I'm going to tell you how I got into this and why I'm so passionate about it. And then I'm going to tell you what the online division is about and how you can get involved. So I joined this brotherhood about 7 years ago and it changed my life. I had already done a lot of personal growth stuff in my past, but I was ready for a level up. And this brotherhood did not disappoint. There's something really special about meeting with the same guys every week. They really get to know you, And so what happened to me is my life took off. I started my coaching brand, my counseling brand. I got back into working for myself, and started a podcast. And I became a leader in the organization after earning my stripes and really sitting in circle and accumulating experience in that place. And I rose up as a leader. And now, as one of the guys helping to grow and manage the organization, I am fueled by a mission to make men's work normal. Spread men's work around the world, because every man needs this. We're living in a time where there's a lot of disconnection, actually. We've got social media, but it's not very social, actually. It's very divisive. This is connecting. This is connecting men in a deep way. So that's why I'm here, and that's what I'm passionate about. So the Arka Brotherhood started as groups of 10 to 15 men meeting in squads in Vancouver, Canada. And it grew to the point where we had maybe 20 squads. And then I piloted the online division on Zoom, tried it out, wasn't sure if it was going to work. And lo and behold, it worked. And that division has continued to grow. And at the time of this recording, we've got 17 groups. There's probably more now that you're listening to this. And it's squads of 10 men meeting at the same time every week on the same Zoom channel. And what happens, like I mentioned to you before, is there's a structure. It's different every week. It's led by a captain who has trained in this brotherhood. And these guys become your band of brothers. You're going to really get to know these men. 52 meetings a year, right? And the men in your squad, they learn how your ego shows up in the world. They learn how you self-sabotage, right? They learn how you get in your own way. And they also learn what your goals are and what you want to do with your life, and how you might not be taking action on certain things, or whether there's an addiction that you have to deal with, or there's some unresolved relationships in your life. And they start to hold you accountable to moving forward on those things. There's this element of moving forward always in this brotherhood, in whatever the direction you need to move in. So we have principles that we follow. We have a 14-point code, which you can see on our website. But we don't have like a one-size-fits-all, this is what everybody has to do. We really encourage a man to find what he needs to find and to walk his path in his life. So when you apply to join, we will send you a list of squads that have openings. And all of those squads are operating at different times. We've got guys in Europe, we've got guys in Australia, in Thailand, and a lot of guys in North America. And depending on your schedule, you're only going to be able to make certain meetings at certain times. And so we'll send you the openings, and then you just pick one, and we're going to link you with that captain. And if you don't like that captain, or if you don't like your group that you end up with, an interesting challenge in this brotherhood is that you figure out why that is, and you bring that to them, and you process that with your guys. There's an authentic, real vibe in this brotherhood. There's a participatory vibe. This isn't a place where you're going to come and just receive a bunch of teachings. It's not a course that you take. It's not like college or high school. This is an interactive process where we're sharing what's happening in our minds and our lives, and we're bringing up what's called ghost figures, like, oh yeah, this thing reminds me of that thing, you remind me of this, and that's what this was about for me. It's my father, it was my mother. We all have things that we're carrying from the past that limit us in the current day. And so we do some of that in these squads. And it's not therapy, but it is therapeutic. And it's not always talking about feelings or ghost figures. Sometimes it's sharing our dreams, our hopes and our dreams, or giving each other positive feedback or encouragement, or embodiment work. We do a lot of breath work, a lot of movement. There's always something in each meeting where there's a level of movement or breath work, and your leader will have his own unique life experience to bring to the table and his own tools that he's going to share with you guys, and enjoy that. So what else do I need to tell you? The reason why we have an online division is because we want squads in other cities. We did spread from Vancouver. We have two squads in Whitehorse. We have one in Calgary. We have one in Toronto, one in Montreal, Denver, Colorado. And some of those squads started because men in Ronin division came to our in-person weekends and got the training sufficient to start their own squad. And they ran an open house in their city, and they invited men in, and it's going now. So we want that to continue. We want to keep spreading, and Ronin division is partly what that's about. We also realize that some guys travel and they're away too much. There's a very high standard of attendance for this brotherhood. You can't just miss a meeting. You need to have a problem if you're missing the meeting. Like you're stuck on a plane, you're stuck on the highway, there's an emergency, or you have to work. Those are valid excuses for missing, but for the most part, most meetings, basically everyone is there, and there's a solidity and a reliability in that. And so for some guys who travel too much, or their schedule's a little bit more inconsistent, it doesn't work for them to be at an in-person squad, but they can make an online squad happen. So this works for those guys too. It's $100 a month. That's the commitment. And to me, it's very worth it for the value that you get out of a group like this that has the type of structure and container that we've created. Is very worth it. And to be plugged into the larger community and to participate in the larger community events, very worth it. I've seen many men 2x, 5x, even 10x their income as a result of breakthroughs that they've had in this community, or fire that men have lit under their asses to get them moving in their lives, or encouragement that's been given to a man to go get that job that you've been talking to us about, or go start that business that you've been talking to us about, right? So $100 a month, very worth it. What else do I want to tell you guys? I think that's it. I think that's the gist of it. If you have any other questions, you can always send us a message through the website. There's also a button on the website that allows you to do a call with a member and ask him some questions. There's a free link to do that. And go ahead and apply. Send us your email. Tell us what you're working on, and you'll get an email from one of us saying, "Hey, here's the open spaces." And if none of those work for you, you'll get put on a wait list. But once you fill out the form, you'll be engaged within a week, and you'll be in contact with one of us to get you into a squad. And you can ask all the questions that you may have there as well. From there, what happens when you pick a time slot is we put you in touch with the captain of a squad, and he will hop on a call with you. He'll do a clearing call with you, and he's going to give you all the details. I may have even given you too many details here in this video, but I wanted to make sure that, just to share whatever I wanted to share as much as possible. So you can do the clearing call with that captain, and then he will tell you how to get into the member system and get subscribed and join the hundreds of men in the Arka Brotherhood. Look forward to seeing you.